Hi guys, this is Adrienne Green, Realtor with Sampson Properties, and today what I wanted to do is I wanted to walk you through the costs of the home buying process. So what you pay when. I find that my buyers often aren't quite aware of what they're going to pay when, but they want to be. They want to know so that they can plan. So in order to help you plan when you're looking to buy a house, I'm going to walk us through the steps of what you pay when as you go through from when you first find a house that you like all the way through until you close on that house, okay? So here are the steps. And the first money that you pay is the earnest money deposit. Now I have a whole video about that earnest money deposit, so you guys can watch that video to learn the details about it. But in terms of timeline and amount, the earnest money deposit is paid within 5 business days of when you ratify a contract on a new house. So you as the buyer and the seller have agreed, you've got everybody signed the contract within 5 business days, you are paying that earnest money deposit to whoever's holding the escrow account for this transaction, which is often the settlement company or title company. It can sometimes be one of the brokerages as well, all right? Now, as far as amount, the earnest money deposit is usually roughly 1% of the purchase price. So if you're buying a $500,000 house, the earnest money deposit would be roughly $5,000. There's some wiggle room there, but that gives you a ballpark idea. And the money that you pay for the earnest money deposit, it is held and it applies to the cash to close, which is at the very end of the transaction, okay? So let's say you paid that $5,000, you're going to use that $5,000 toward your down payment or your closing costs or things like that, okay? So it's just held in escrow as a deposit to show that you're serious about this contract, okay? Next, if you're having a home inspection or a radon inspection, which most people do have at least the home inspection, then that is another cost you pay at the time the service is rendered. Usually the home inspection is done within roughly a week of the ratified contract. So in that first week after you've agreed to purchase this house, you're paying the earnest money deposit and that home inspection. I can't give you an exact amount of the home inspection because it varies based off of the size of the property and what you're getting. If you're getting the basic home inspection, if you're getting the air quality test, if you're getting the radon inspection, there's a lot of nuances there. I can say that it's usually at least a few $100s. You know, I'd say you're going to spend at least $300 or $400. And if you were to get all the tests, air quality, mold, everything you could get, it could definitely be well over $1,000. Okay, so keep that in mind. For most people, I'm going to say it runs between $400 and $700. Okay, to give you a ballpark. The next thing that you're going to pay is the appraisal. So if you are getting a loan or a mortgage for this house purchase, then that always requires an appraisal. And so you have to pay for the appraisal. Most lenders require that you pay for the appraisal at the time the appraisal is ordered, okay? Most lenders require that. That is a lender-based thing, and you are paying it to the lender who's paying it to the appraiser. It goes through them. It doesn't go through your real estate agent. It doesn't go through your title company. The appraisal is related to the mortgage loan, so you're dealing with it through your lender. So those are the 3 things that you are paying for prior to your closing day or your settlement day. That's it, those 3 things, okay? And then everything else is on that day of settlement, and it's all lumped into what we call a cash to close. That is the amount that you have to wire to your title or settlement company in order for them to allow you to sign the paperwork to buy the house. And what's generally included in the cash to close is all the costs of buying a house. So you have your down payment, right? Whatever amount that you put down. And again, this earnest money deposit applies to this cash to close, all right? So, and then you also have your various closing costs. So the cost of the title and settlement company, the taxes and fees are a significant aspect of those closing costs here in Northern Virginia. Your loan costs, right? If you're buying down points, your loan origination fee, whatever your lender costs are, they're included in those closing costs as well. Now, as a buyer, you are not paying any realtor fees. Everything for my services as your buyer's agent are paid for by the seller. So there's no cost that you're paying in the cash to close or ever for the use of my wonderful realtor services as your agent, okay? But these are an idea of what you're paying when you buy a house. So in the first week you're under contract, you're paying an earnest money deposit and a home inspection. Any radon inspection is included in this. After that, you're paying the appraisal fee, which goes to your lender. And then right at that settlement date, a few days prior, you are wiring your cash to close to the settlement company, and that's it. That's what you pay when. If you guys have any questions about home buying in general or about this process, feel free to post them in the comments below. All my contact information is in the video description, so you can also reach out over the phone, email, whatever you prefer. Thank you so much. I hope this helps you as you consider your home buying process. And this is Adrienne Green, Realtor with Sampson Properties.